That boy there.
Whoa! Wow! God, me there, Gracie. Oh my god. I don't think it likes me. I'm gonna slam into it. Look at how it's sitting.
Oh my god. I can watch that. No.
Oh, okay.
It's breathtaking there.
Oh.
How old is that baby?
5 weeks old.
5 weeks old.
5 weeks?
There's multiple.
Wow. Imagine.
Bro is not. Go.
Johari.
So loud. Oh,
I like how that one on this land. Look at the baby. No, the one behind it.
hi. How you doing? Yeah, do you see the little baby? Moving around. Yeah, that's baby, and then that's his big brother. That's the one right behind him. Please keep some space from our babies and then
Yeah. Watch out.
Can we go to the petting zoo now?
유한 내려와. 근데 유한이랑 한따라 당할 수 있는 게 아니야. 내려와. 내려와 우리 저쪽 갈 거야. 내려오라고.
It is very loud on both sides right now, so I'm going to give everybody a second to kind of settle down before we get started with our chimp chat. I know we have a lot of friends who are running around, maybe going off to new places. We'll go ahead and give everybody a second because it looks like we're seeing a lot of movement. Hey guys, if you don't mind, we're about to be in our talk. Yeah, we'll have a little bit of a smaller talk today. It's good though, we can make it a little bit more personal. Alrighty then. How are you all doing today? My 10 people who are standing, still standing. Are we good? Good, quiet? Yeah. A little bit of a quieter day, partly chaotic, partly fun, but yeah. We'll go ahead and get started with our chimp chat then. Hi everybody, my name is Ashley, and I want to welcome you all to Los Angeles Chimp Chat. I'm with the education department, and the way this works is a 15-minute talk, and we're going to talk about all things chimpanzees. We're going to talk a little bit about chimps in the wild, a little bit about chimps here, kind of what's going on. And if you have any questions at all, you can go ahead and hang on to those. We'll do a little bit of a Q&A again. I could have covered possibly everything that has to do with chimps in a 15-minute talk, so we'll do the best we can, see what we can get to. Now, I know there's not a lot of us, so we're going to do a couple shows of hands. We'll see how well this goes. How many of you are here because you want to know everything about chimpanzees, like their behavior, their diet, their social dynamics? 2 hands. 3 hands. Thank you. I appreciate it. How many of you are here because you just want to know about the babies? The same 4 hands. Okay, one more. Okay. We'll do a little bit of a split then. We'll talk a little bit about everything. Yeah, so we see after the Dodgers won the World Series. I only bring that up because I am one of the many staff members who's petitioning to give them a Dodgers thing named, but the verdict's still out. Yeah, so that's our 5-week-old baby. We have 2 other babies, one that's just over 3 months, one that's just under 4 months. So 3 chimpanzee babies, 3 of the 5 grade 8 babies that we've had recently. Here at the Los Angeles Zoo, we have 17 chimps total. That's our youngest member. Our oldest member is Regina. Regina is 41 years old. We're hanging out with some of our boys over here. Obviously, Zoe is our mama who's hanging out, some of our other girls as well. But 17 chimpanzees. We got a wide mixes of ages and personalities. Lots of things going on. Now, throughout this talk, you'll hear me use a lot of names. So like, for example, we just said Regina. We have the baby that we were talking about, Zoe, the mama. But if this is your first time at the LA Zoo and you've never been, how many of you, this is your first time, you're not familiar with our chimps? Oh, is everybody here a member or has back? Okay, cool. We'll skip the intro part because you probably are familiar, at least somewhat, with everybody's name and everything and how to tell them apart. Yeah, so we're talking about the babies today. So obviously this is our youngest one. He is a boy. The other 2 are girls. It's easy to keep track of. If you see the other boys out here and you see a baby, the baby you see is going to be a boy. If you see the girls group, or you see all girls, those are going to be the 2 girl babies. So it makes it very nice and simple. We also have big brother over here, Johari, who's about 11 years old, kind of moving around as well. Yeah, so you can tell. So some of you might already know this, so apologies if I'm just repeating some of the same information you guys already know. But you can tell we're looking at a bunch of boys based on their rear ends. The pink swelling that we get asked about a lot is called tumescence. It's something you'll see on our female chimpanzees. So you'll see it on mama, some of our other girls up in the penthouse. The boys you won't notice that as much. I'm going to say shorthand, you know if it's a boy or a girl. If you notice their butt, it's probably a girl. If you don't notice their butt, it's probably a guy. So we got a good mix over here. We got 10 females, 7 boys if I'm not mistaken. It might have changed recently. It's hard to keep track with the babies. All the ratios are changing for everybody right now. Yeah, but we've got a mix of ages and personalities kind of moving around right now. We got our social dynamics that are settling out. Yeah. Now, Let's see, I'm seeing if they're getting some, looks like we got some oranges today, part of their diet here at the zoo. Now, okay, give me a quick show of hands. How many of you have been to a chimp shop before? Because I don't know. Okay, so some of this is new for you guys. Okay, great, we can keep on going then. So there's a wide mix of ages and personalities. The other thing you'll notice about our baby, when you can kind of see his face every so often, is very light brown coloration. That light brown coloration and that white tuft on the rear end tells you that you're looking at an infant, a newborn, kind of looking at. You'll also notice his big brother Johari is 11 years old, kind of right on the cusp of adulthood. He's got light brown coloration along with his friend Oliver. And that's one of the ways you can tell you're looking at a younger individual. If they have darker gray, almost black skin, like our mama Zoe up here, you're gonna notice that you're looking at a mature adult, an older individual. And then there's gonna be a little bit of variation within that, but that's kind of how you can kind of tell who's who, what's going on. Now, there was a little bit of a vocalization right when we got started. We heard a lot of noise. And chimpanzees, sorry, we're gonna laugh that he has like 4 carrots in his hands and he's trying to hold like 3 carrots in his mouth. And we're just gonna see how he does. While I think that might be Johari actually. While Johari tries to literally bite off more than he can chew. Yeah, that's actually disgusting but impressive. That's like 3 carrots and then 2 are sweet potatoes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're distracted. It's a weird talk today. Sorry, guys. We're moving around. So while a lot of people come up here, the chimpanzees are kind of known. If this is your second or third time here, you'll know our chimpanzees make a lot of noise. And a lot of people hear those noises, especially the ones right at the top of the talk. They kind of rush up and they're like, oh my God, that's so loud. They're so crazy. They must be fighting. Oh my God, it's crazy. I've never seen anything like that. And then they're kind of they're chilling, they're having a good time. It's very quiet right now, but you would have heard a really big noise right at the top of the talk. Was anybody able to hear it? I know it was really chaotic when we had a bunch of kiddos here. But chimpanzees made a lot of noise. Yeah, so the noise they made was very specific. It is called a pantoot, and it starts off very low with 1 or 2 individuals. Today it looked like Johari and Zoe were starting us off. And then more and more individuals pitch in until it sounds like they're all screaming. And then it stops. A lot of people hear a bunch of chimpanzees screaming all together and their immediate instinct is, oh my God, they're fighting, there's drama, there's conflict. And then they're kind of just hanging out. But was anybody paying attention and able to notice what exactly it was they were reacting to? I know, about half our crowd wasn't even here for that, so I'm referencing something you have no idea. Well, what do you think they were reacting to? The chaos. Yeah, it was very chaotic on this side. And definitely we will see a lot of vocalization. Mshindi, one of our boys, was definitely kicking on the walls a little bit, showing off when there was a lot of crowds, there was a lot of noise, and that's definitely one of the big reasons we'll hear a lot of noise from them. We have one of our girls trailing on after. Yeah, but specifically the thing they were reacting to was not affecting crowds for this specific call, but they definitely were reacting to the crowds earlier. They were actually reacting to this. Now, if you all were here at the top of the talk, you would have seen what happens right after that happens. Chimpanzees are really, really smart, and they know that every single day at 12:30, when this mic turns on and we do a little test, that means it's time for a talk. And if we're talking up here on this mic, that means it's time for them to get lunch. So that's their way of letting everyone know, hey, it's time to come over. Now, a lot of people, like I said, automatically assume they're fighting. They're like, I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. This is the wild thing I've ever seen. And then I always have to ask people, have any of you ever been in an office or classroom when somebody says there's free food? Free food is exciting no matter what species you are. Chimpanzees are no exception. A lot of our animals get really excited. They start making a lot of noise, moving around right around lunchtime. They very much know their schedules and they're able to associate with that as well. But while a lot of their communication is verbal, a lot more of it is going to be nonverbal through their body language, how they're moving around, their social dynamics. So for those of you who were here earlier, you would have seen a couple of our chimpanzees were over here grooming each other. That's one way they're communicating or moving around, getting closer or farther from where we're standing now. Another one we mentioned just a second ago. How many of you guys have ever seen the chimpanzees like kick at the door or make a lot of noise or bang on them? Wow, it's not your guys' first time and you've never seen that. That's actually very surprising. We have one person who's seen it, so we do have some people. Yeah, so a lot of people get really surprised by that. what's going on. Those are what we call dominance displays. Those are their ways kind of showing off. We see a lot of our boys doing it. So Mshindi is one of our 11-year-old boys. He likes to kick on the door a lot. That's his way of showing off, showing he's big and tough, as he's growing up. And that's one of the things he likes to do. But while those actions get a lot of attention, there's not as much attention paid to things like grooming that they're doing. So we had a really long grooming session that was happening with some of our individuals up here. One of the really cute ones, going back to the babies that we've been able to see,